How about this? Here's one bit of news.
What's that?
Or maybe one big time lie.
Yep.
Tom Cruise asked David Zaslav if he could watch The Flash and he loved it. This is from Discussing Film and also The Hollywood Reporter.
This is true.
Cruise called Andy Machete to tell him this is the kind of movie we need now. Is it true?
Is it the kind of movie we need now?
I mean, we won't know that until it comes out and we can make
Maybe it'll be too late by the time it comes. Maybe Tom Cruise is like, we need this now.
We need this right. You need to bump the release date up. Oh, it's too late. Now Xenu's come. He's going to destroy the world. He's got
a laser gun.
You should have released it earlier and Xenu would have been pleased, but now he's displeased. He's going to kill you all with his laser, the big laser.
He has a laser.
From his ship.
Yeah, he does.
And he's got one on his ship and a handheld one.
Typical.
He's got 2 lasers.
Typical.
Yeah. Because if you think you're going to sneak past the laser on the ship and get on the ship, he's got a laser in his
hand.
It's
naive.
He might even have a laser in his throne.
Yeah,
He might have a scepter.
Don't even bother.
That's a short range thing. No, it's got a laser in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he liked the Flash.
He liked the Flash, apparently.
Yeah.
It led a conversation with Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav led to a private screening for Cruise at his Beverly Hills home.
Very good.
Does he even still live in Beverly Hills?
I don't know. Yes.
It's a mystery, isn't it? I don't know if this is true. How do you think this is true?
Well, what's the source?
Well, I mean, the source apparently is it says sources tell the Hollywood Reporter. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that this hasn't been leaked to the Hollywood Reporter.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is it more a case of because
who's someone we can get to say this is good?
That's what I'm saying.
Mr. Movies
himself. Mr. Movies, Mr. Hollywood himself.
Yeah.
Somebody's called in a favor and said, hey, Tom Cruise, you know how you were in a massively well-regarded movie recently?
Yeah.
Could you say The Flash is the future of movies and you love it? We'll do anything you want.
Yeah. I feel like also he's got such a carefully crafted PR team. No one would ever get close enough to him or be able to ask any specific questions about the movie if he hasn't seen it.
They'd be zapped by the laser on his throne, wouldn't
That's true, they would.
So,
yeah. That's great stuff. Well, it's not bad news for The Flash, is it, Mason?
No.
Tom Cruise says he loves it.
Copy of the movie was sent over.
Yeah.
Warner's employee brought the movie to Cruise's home in Beverly Hills and stayed until the actor finished watching The Flash.
Oh, that's nice.
It is unclear on what format Cruise watched it, whether it was digital or film. When Cruise finished, the movie was given back to the messenger who returned it to the studio. He was so taken that by what he saw, he reached out to Machete. It was a call out of the blue. He raved about the movie, saying something to the effect is, The Flash is everything you want in a movie.
Great.
Yeah.
That's really good to know.
Yeah.
And is true.
Yeah.
Mason.
Go on.
You know how you're the one who leaked all that Ant-Man stuff to Reddit?
Yeah.
And you thought up until now that you'd got away with it.
Zero consequences, baby, I'll never die.
I'm also joking about the fact that you leaked it, but you know who did. And that is true, right? So if anybody from Disney or Marvel is out there, this is the man you want to speak to.
Perhaps if ASIO, Australia's security services, or the federal police want to knock on my door.
That'd be
great.
great.
To be clear, I do not know.
Yeah, good one. But listen, Mason.
Even if somebody emailed in and we talked about it on the podcast, I've forgotten. So what it would be is the federal police would knock on my door and they'd be like, what about this? And I'd be like, I don't know, I'll check the emails.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of emails about tax relief in here. I don't get it.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Spookiest time of year, some say.
Tax relief. Yeah,
anyway, via comicbookmovie.com, there was an article earlier this week, and this is widely reported, that there is a Reddit page called Marvel Studio Spoilers, and it just posts, I've been there before, but I try not to because it just outright spoils movies with leaked images, and in this case, there was 65 pages of a 65-page document which is just a bunch of dialogue, which was just word for word in the movie Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
He's behind me, isn't he? Kang? Yes.
He is actually behind you. So Disney filed a copyright
in the quantum realm.
Yes.
He's behind me, Kang. Yes, in the quantum realm, which is where we are.
Where we are, so this is bad news. But Disney filed a copyright takedown, and this page has been shut down. Ooh. And Disney Marvel have actually filed legal documents seeking a subpoena in an attempt to identify the individual who leaked the script of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
It was me.
That's what I was saying. THR also saying...
I've regained my confidence. I'm a bad little boy. I'm leaking everything. You'll never get me.
Well, you say that. The Hollywood Reporter have mentioned that they are closing in on the individual.
Oh, no. But again, what confidence it's gone again.
Mason's just joking he didn't leak it, but he does know who did. Isn't that right?
No.
I think it's cool. I think it's cool how you kind of a rebel.
No, see, I don't. I think it would only be cool if it was me. I would claim it if it was me, but I wouldn't claim it if I knew the guy because that's more complicated for me.
Sure.
If it was me, sure, I'll get arrested. But I don't want to get arrested for some other guy.
No, you're not getting arrested. You're just getting tortured.
Oh, okay. Well, not by Disney.
Yeah, by
That's
Disney.
the worst.
That's right.
I'll get water park boarded.
Oh, that's very good.
The worst kind.
Yeah, it's Splash Mountain, but you go up it backwards.
Yeah, and they put a blanket over your head. I watched Shazam today, and there was an ad, of course, for Warner Brothers Movie World, which is Hollywood on the Gold Coast, as you know.
Absolutely.
And they do.
There's in our latest Caravan of Garbage, there's some photos of me as a kid.
Oh yeah.
Who I hung out there, Mason, had a great time
That's
meeting
right.
Batman and Catwoman.
Go on with your 3 home haircuts, you and your brothers. Anyway,
how did you know?
They're doing the ads for the Warner Brothers Movie World, and they show you there's a parade down Main Street of all the colourful Warner Brothers characters.
Woo!
And they still have the Jim Carrey Batman Riddler.
Do they?
From Batman
They don't
Forever.
have the Paul Dano garbage bag.
That's what I'm saying. They upgrade it.
I mean, why would they?
He can still have still give him like the question mark cane or whatever, but he like everybody else is dancing and jumping around and somersaulting, and he just slowly shuffles down the street, and he's like, one day real rain will come and kill everybody in Gotham.
I'd like to see him like live streaming to all these incel fans, and he's just like shouldered a rifle.
Yeah.
He's heading down. Yeah, his head all taped up with a garbage bag. Great stuff, Mason. This is by THR also.
Ooh.
Quentin Tarantino's final movie is apparently a lock. Of course, he said, I'm only going to do 10 movie. And this is it. This will be the last one because he considers Kill Bill 1 and 2 one movie. So it's technically 11 movies. So it's going to be called The Movie Critic, and the movie will take place in Los Angeles. Angeles.
Yeah, Angeles. Yeah.
In the
Anglesey?
in the late.
It's going to take place in Anglesey.
Anglesey, good. In the late 1970s. And will follow a female lead character. Now, it's possible this story will focus on Pauline Kael, one of the most influential movie critics of all time. And in the late 1970s, she had a very brief tenure working as a consultant for Paramount, a position she accepted at the behest of actor Warren Beatty. So apparently they had, there was some situation happen there, and I don't know the specifics of it, but presumably at the end, one of them will cave the other one's head in.
Absolutely,
this will be an alternate look at history.
Pauline Kael and Warren Beatty will team up to, I don't know, fight Nazis or whatever.
each other.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
you think it'll be a...
Yeah.
Okay.
It's interesting that his final movie is another love letter to Hollywood when his last one was a love letter to Hollywood. I guess he did 2 Westerns in a row.
Yeah,
and
he's just
and there's
loving...
Pulp Fiction and, and Reservoir Dogs and Jackie Brown are kind of in that same kind of vibe. So, I guess he's loving these old Hollywood situations. Here's a question for you, though.
Go on.
Do you know who leaked that stuff to the Reddit for real, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. And second thing, do you think this is true that he's going to quit?
No.
Do you think he's going to... do you think he'll get around it by doing this is a streaming series? Oh, this is a movie, but it's not technically a movie because it's something else. He'll think of another word.
Oh, I see.
I can't think of another word, but he could think of another word.
I mean...
He's not retiring,
No.
right?
Well-
I'm sure he'll write as well. He writes books and stuff.
I mean, he's been in that zeitgeist for a long time,
Yeah.
So maybe he's just how many has it been? 10.
10.
Okay.
What a move, though, to just be I quit. Because he knows, he's seen it before and he's talked about how nobody stays on top forever,
Maybe
Not even podcasts.
maybe he finally agrees to do a Marvel movie and he just tanks it. He spends $500 million of their movie and it gives him something unusable.
That would
That's
be
his
great.
revenge.
Why not?
Have we talked about that?
Oh, how...
He's got a huge beef with Marvel and Disney for
It was
a long
Disney
time.
because they kept The Hateful Eight out of cinemas, or they...
Yeah.
Because when it came out at the same time as The Force Awakens.
That's the one, yeah.
And that just took up every screen, and he was...
Yeah, because he wanted to put the Hateful Eight... Well, he did. He arranged for the Hateful Eight to be at a place called the ArcLight.
Yeah.
Because they have a 70mm projector and that's how it's meant to be seen and et cetera.
I saw it on a TV.
Nice.
Anyway, go on.
What kind of TV was it?
I don't know.
Nice.
I wasn't even...
That's
I
what
was,
he... That's
I was mostly on my phone.
okay.
And that's cinema.
That's cinema, baby. But anyway, Disney went to the ArcLight and was like, we want to extend the running of Force Awakens for a few more weeks to blah blah blah, and obviously we want all your screens. And they were like, well, of course you can have all the screens except for the ones of the we've arranged for the Hateful Eight. And then they were like, well, if you don't bump the Hateful Eight for a few more weeks of The Force Awakens, you'll never get another Disney movie.
Yeah.
And so they had to, and now he's mad at it. So
fair
I
enough.
say he could. What he should do his 10, and then he should be like, yeah, I'm gonna direct Black Panther 3, and then he just spends all of their money and
Yeah.
then he just gives them nothing.
And it's rude.
And it's rude. Yeah, it's rude. The worst crime of all. Disney, a rude movie?
Oh,
I don't think so.
unbelievable, yeah.
I mean, they've released a Boston Strangler series on Disney
I
Plus.
think it's just a movie.
Is it?
Well, it's
Okay.
on Hulu.
I
it's
see.
on
Right,
Star
right.
in Australia. I think it's a movie. I don't know. The important thing is here's something that's also a movie. But
At least he's
really.
not rude, that Boston Strangler.
Hey, well, yeah, he's got a certain decorum, is what you're saying.